Welcome back, guys. Today we're just going to have a quick discussion video going over the recent leaks from the GeForce Now leak that came out the other day. So these guys have not actually read the article or seen any of the game announcements. I've told them not to read anything, so we're going to get their honest reactions to some of the unannounced games. So for those of you that do not know, nVidia's GeForce Now is a game streaming service pretty similar to Google Stadia, where you can basically stream video games straight to your device and play them directly without having to buy them or even own the hardware capable of rendering that gameplay. So it would make sense that a leak like this would actually contain some pertinent information. It has been, since this leak has occurred, it has been confirmed that this leak is legitimate. So it is a proper leak. Okay. It's an official leak. nVidia's response is that some of the games listed in here were placeholders put in place by employees just as a laugh, in case they did happen. Games they think might happen. However, that's basically the equivalent of saying, we fucked up, please believe us, because we fucked up really badly. So, I'm going to leave a link to this full article in the description of the video if anyone wants to read through the actual write-up by Screen Rant. It's a very good write-up, but there is a list of games that were leaked from the GeForce Now system, and they're actually organized by the publisher. So we're going to start off with Sony. So, first and foremost, I want to point out that these are Sony games from the GeForce Now system, which means that we get confirmed PlayStation exclusive titles playable on non-PlayStation devices.
So Sony games on PC?
So basically PC ported, I think.
I haven't necessarily looked at the GeForce Now. I don't know if you have to have one of those NVIDIA Shield devices, or whether it's a NVIDIA graphics card-based computer or something like that. But yes, it's a game streaming service that contains games that formerly were exclusive to PlayStation. Now, I'm not fully up to date on my PlayStation knowledge and lore, so I don't know if this is an announced thing, but it was news to me. So, the first game on our list for Sony is Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Edition.
Oh, shit. I've always wanted to try and play Uncharted on a PC, uncapped FPS. Because basically I played Detroit Become Human on PC when it was released on PC on the Epic Games, and it's so smooth. It was beautiful. It felt really, really nice to feel like that 60 FPS uncap. Brilliant. But yeah, just to hear Uncharted, it's not a bad start. I like that.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I know. Played Uncharted.
Too bad it's not like the original Uncharted games, but like Uncharted Legacy, yeah.
Legacy of Thieves Edition is. I thought that was
that's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was the entire collection.
No. That's the Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah, no, the Legacy of Thieves is the afterwards with his daughter and that. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You mean Lost Legacy or whatever it's called?
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be. Sure. I feel like it's going to be like a Thieves End as well as Lost Legacy. I think I've got a game somewhere.
Oh no, you're thinking of the Lost Legacy. So Lost Legacy is the one that's his daughter Chloe Fraser. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Legacy of Thieves Collection.
Wait, is that an actual new announcement? Because Legacy of Thieves is
blog.playstation.com. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection coming to PS5 and PC 7 days ago.
Wait, is that a brand new game just being announced?
This brand new remaster bundle includes Uncharted Fall of the Thieves End.
Oh, get it.
Oh.
I was going to say, if it's remastered as well, dude, the graphics are going to be nuts.
It also includes Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which chronicles Chloe Fraser's breakout exploits.
Oh, so it's like the last 2 games then.
That's two games.
No,
but the
no, no,
remaster.
no,
That's
no. You didn't listen to the start bit, King.
Come on,
Brand
King.
new bundle includes
Oh shit.
4 and quote unquote 5 legacy. Lost Legacy is let's refer to it as 5. So 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 basically.
Oh fuck
PC
yeah!
and
Let's
PS5.
go. Let's go.
Now you get it, King. Now
Well,
you
we
get
know
it.
we
Now I'm
know
excited.
which
There
one
we
of us
go.
is doing a Let's Play series, don't we?
Let's
Aye.
fucking go.
So
That's the shit.
moving on, because we
Finally,
actually we
King-
have a long
King
list to get
Buckle.
into. We have a long list to get into. I know we could sit and talk Uncharted all day, but
Mm.
the next game on the list, I personally I've never heard of this, but you guys might lynch me for saying that. I don't know. Helldivers 2?
Never
No,
heard
isn't
of
that
it.
like, isn't that like that car game or some shit? Let me have a look.
No, I think that might be Helldrivers.
Yeah, you're right. Ignore me,
moving on. Next up on the list, Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Well, that's the next one.
that is the new Horizon game as well. Oh, get in.
So that's from the Zero Dawn series, isn't it? The robot
That's the-
dinosaurs.
That's the sequel,
Sweet.
which should be
Nice.
coming out. Oh, when is it coming out? Let's have a look. Horizon Forbidden West. February 2022. So in like 6 months. Not even
Sweet.
that. 5 months.
On it,
Nice.
nice.
So that's actually really good, and that's coming to PC. That's good. That's over as well, which is what's pretty good as well. Is the fact that Horizon Zero Dawn didn't get ported to PC. Oh god, like a couple years after it released on PS4, right?
Yeah, I've heard good things about the port
So-
actually.
yeah.
as
For
well.
for this Nvidia now to be released for PC and PS5 on the actual release date of this exclusive,
Yeah,
that's big because we don't actually have to wait a few more years after the PS5 release to get
Yep.
a PC port.
exactly.
That's actually really good.
Yep.
That's the I'm hyped.
Bro. Cool. I've heard good things about the PC port as well. Like sometimes when you get ports, looking at you, GTA 5, they run like fucking shit.
Yeah.
GTA
The-
5, who's that?
The Days Gone port was really good as well.
Yeah.
Because
I heard good things about
and,
Days Gone.
Death,
I've not
Death
yet played it on
Stranding as
PC.
well.
I personally did not hear anything good about Death Stranding on PC.
I didn't hear anything good about Death Stranding as a game. It was kind of like a walking simulator.
It's a Royal Mail simulator. Yeah.
Royal Mail.
I thought that was called Going Postal.
Panna knew when we said Royal Mail. He's like, yeah, Royal Mail.
All right, before we move on to the next game, just a quick moment to shout out that T-shirt, Panda. Holy shit, I love that. That's cool. That's my boy. Oh, have you got all three of them on
shit,
there?
it's actually the
Oh,
Damn.
Damn, I love that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Take it off.
All right,
Blow screen.
all right. Next game on the list from Sony, yeah? So I've already told Donk about this one. I told Donk the whole list, but this is the one that caught his ear from this list, yeah? Gran Turismo 7. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, I used to play Gran Turismo 4 on the PlayStation 2 with my dad, and it was the only game, aside from Train Simulator, that we could get him to play. It was awesome. So I'm looking forward to a new Gran Turismo game. That'll be dope. I don't know much about the next game. It's called Deracine, but there's fancy
How do you spell it?
Deracine, but the E's
Oh, it's like a
are
French sort of spelling.
accented. Yeah, French.
Dossian, or whatever you fucking call that.
Deracine, yeah. something like that.
Dossian. It's a virtual. Oh, it's a virtual reality.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
VR game.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's a VR adventure game developed from Software and Polish.
Oh, really?
Published
From
by.
software.
Yeah, it was released for the PlayStation 4 back in 2018. Players
Okay,
take the role of a fairy in an isolated boarding school who attempts to solve a mystery.
So
Sounds
Dark
pretty cool.
Souls in
That took-
VR.
That took Nina's eye. It's like, oh, fairy! Oh, fairy! Yes!
I don't want to be a pie. Oh, wait, that's Chicken Run. What am I talking about? All right. So, my personal favorite from this. Well, I say personal favorite. Actually, going to be my second favorite from this list. You'll see my personal favorite towards the end. But I know that everyone in this call is going to be hyped about playing this one on PC. If this is like a legit going to come on to PC one, God of War.
No fucking way.
I don't
Yes.
fucking wait.
Yeah.
For God of War.
Holy shit! I haven't played the first God of War in that series, but
Read it,
like,
boy.
holy shit!
Which one are they bringing? Like, there's just the
It
most
just
recent?
says God of War. Now it would
I'm
make
assuming
sense
it's
to
just
me.
the first one.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It would make sense to me. It could either be the first in the series and they're like, oh, we're just going to release some Stagnate, or it would actually make sense that it's the most recent one because it's been developed on most recent hardware, which makes it easier
Yeah.
to port.
And that is just called God of War as well, which is
Yeah,
Right.
The PS4 version is like the new
Yeah.
the newest one that we
Yeah.
had is called God of War, and obviously it's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
Kratos and the boy, like his son,
But
which is
The-
quite
Atreus, I think he's called.
Atreus. Yeah.
Atreus.
When is the nVidia thing releasing? Do we know, or is it?
don't know.
Is it
I don't know. I'll have
because-
to figure that out another day.
because again,
See if I
because
can.
you obviously you have God of War Ragnarok.
So
which
that
is
that
the
was what I was
second,
thinking. That-
Second one, which is to be released in 2022. We're not too sure
Yeah, so
what month,
Ragnarok's not
what
out
day,
yet.
but it's apparently going to be released in 2022.
Oh, GeForce
there's
Cloud
quite-
Gaming is available now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I had it a while ago. I played it on my phone for a bit. It's actually pretty good for some games if you want to just play on
Yeah.
the move and whatnot.
There's loads of games on this list already. But to be honest, I was thinking about this. I was like, God, it would make sense for them to put God of War up there, considering they're about to release Ragnarok. And if they're releasing Ragnarok in a way that you can just play it, so you get God of War, you play God of War, then they release Ragnarok, you're more likely to play Ragnarok because you've just played
Yeah.
God of War. But someone who hasn't played God of War might not play Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't played a God of War since the PlayStation 2, so
Yeah, the last God of War I
I'm-
played was like God of War 3 or something.
I absolutely hands down refuse to buy a PS4 or a PS5. So this coming to
Yeah.
PC is interesting to me because I've always wanted to play the new God of War game and not been able to. So that's
Well,
good.
Do you know what's sad is that when I had a PlayStation, I had God of War, and then I never played it before I gave it to my brother.
I
so
was about
it
to say.
it coming to a PC like would be fucking awesome because I finally get to play it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I have to admit a heresy. I have a PS4 Pro in the other room gathering dust, and I have a hard copy of God of War, and I've never played it.
Oh, that thing's got a jet engine when you turn it on.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Have you actually looked into the GeForce Now? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's a
I'm
very
seeing,
long list.
like,
It's
membership.
it's kind of like Xbox Game Pass, but instead of just giving you the games to install, it plays the games for you as well. So you just connect to the service. It's streaming. It's like that. Do you remember those guys that
Yeah,
came to Insomnia that one time? What were they called? Shadow PC, and they were like Fortnite in 4K for £50. Yeah, those
Yeah, I
guys. It's the
remember
that.
exact
Yeah.
same concept.
Fuck's sake.
Um,
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
You
so-
mind?
One of the next game on the list, I actually saw a bunch of the people playing this on Twitch when it came out. Returnal.
Yes,
Ooh,
I've seen that.
Returnal's a
Yeah, that
sick
rings a
game.
bell. Yeah.
So when I saw that,
it
I
reminds
watched.
me of Prometheus, the film.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of gameplay, and I was like, I want to play this. I want to play this.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what's that? And it's like, PS5. Okay.
Next up, so for the sadists in this call, you'll have to actually tell me whether this is already available on PC. I think it might be. Demon Souls.
No, it's not.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
shit.
PS5
No way.
exclusive.
That is a PS5 exclusive. That's
Is it
basically
really?
the original. That's the
Yeah.
original Dark Souls, but they call
so
it Demon
if-
Souls.
If
Yeah.
Demon Souls is coming to PC,
Uh-huh.
I know one person that's gonna cream in his pants.
Panda?
No, my mate Alex, because he's fucking obsessed with those games.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
so's
not me.
me. So-
yeah,
so's me.
I can imagine.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to love watching Ryder punch a hole in his glass desk on Dark Souls 3. It was
Thanks. Yeah,
I
thanks for bringing that memory back.
I just sit
Punching
eating my food,
punching a hole in my
and you
desk.
just Ryder's just playing, and you just say, bang, bang, bang. Okay, so my personal favorite item from this list, because I am over the fucking moon that this is a thing. Now I don't know which one it is, because there's quite a lot of games in the series, but I would assume it's the latest one. Ratchet and Clank.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I
Ratchet
am
and Clank.
so fucking hyped. Anyone who's ever had me added on PS4 knows that my profile pictures the Lombax, because Ratchet and Clank is the first video game I ever owned. I didn't, not my brother's copies, not a gift given to all four of the boys. My first copy, my first game, Ratchet and Clank.
So when I was younger, I had remember on PlayStation you get like those demo discs from like magazines.
Years ago,
Yes.
I had-
like, back in the 2000s.
Yeah, I had a demo disc with Ratchet and Clank on it, and I
God, you're
played
showing
that
your age, mate.
non-stop.
Demo discs.
Like, seriously though, it was like it was my favorite thing, and like you only played like I don't know 20 minutes of the story, and then it ends.
Mm.
So I just kept replaying it. So fucking Ratchet and Clank, I love that shit. So
It's gonna
coming
be
to PC,
It's gonna be really good.
Oh, I play that so much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So next on our list we got Sackboy, A Big Adventure, which I think is the
Oh, is that
little,
the Little
big,
Big
planet
Planet?
guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
Sackboy. Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of an odd word of odd name game,
Well,
but
he's like a little beanbag,
fair
isn't
enough.
he? He's like
Yeah.
he's like a
Yeah,
beanbag.
I'm pretty sure he is just called Sackboy, right? That's his character.
Yeah,
name.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then following up, let's loop back to our sadist players in this group real quick for the Ghost of Tsushima coming to GeForce Now.
Oh no.
No,
No way.
that's another game I had on PlayStation that I never actually got to play.
So guys, if you want to watch some controllers getting fucking yeeted, twitch.tv/Rider with 4 A's.
Yeah, we know he's going to be picking it up.
Right, that does it for the Sony block.
Oh, that was only
Aw.
Sony. That was about an hour.
Just Sony.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
A little disappointed, no Spider-Man, but
Oh,
Yeah, that
I'll
was
give it
interesting.
time. I'll give it time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it, like, you know,
They got to deal with
there's always
Disney.
next
dude.
year.
They got to deal with Disney.
True, yeah.
well,
yeah.
no, because like the Sony deal and the games has nothing to do with Disney. It's all Sony because Spider-Man is a Sony character. Disney don't own him. So if they wanted to,
That's
if
true,
Sony,
actually,
they
yeah.
could
That
bring
is
it to
true.
PC.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
see what you
wait
mean,
for
but-
Disney to just buy PlayStation. Just buy Sony.
You know they will.
We'll-
You know they will.
They're
We'll
like,
see
you won't
Kratos
give us
come up.
Spider-Man, we'll take you. We'll have all of you.
Why not? Next Avengers movie, we got Kratos fighting Thor.
Funny you mentioned Kratos fighting Thor. There is actually in Thor Ragnarok.
yeah.
Sorry, not for God of War Ragnarok, the
Yeah.
game. There is actually a photo of Thor, and he's quite
Yeah.
chunky. He's quite a
Yeah,
big
he's
lad.
quite a big boy.
Quite a big lad.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good because you got multiple characters
Do you know,
in Ragnarok.
funnily enough, there was a lot of backlash about that because he's got like a big belly on him as well. And people are like, oh my God,
Yeah.
why have they made Thor in Thor Ragnarok so fat? And this guy did this great breakdown on TikTok where he was like, okay, let's have a look at these guys. And he showed like pictures of the real life Thor, the guy that played the Mountain in Game of Thrones. And then he showed Eddie Hall and a couple of like strong men from America. Strongest man in the world,
Mark Henry.
Mark
Yeah,
Henry,
Mark
thank
Henry,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're all big
All
guys.
of them are decked
Huge
with
guys.
muscle,
Huge,
and they
yeah.
all have big bellies that looked exactly like Thor. And the reality is they have chunky muscles underneath that belly, and a layer of fat over the top. That's why it's like so pronounced. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, that guy's gonna be fucking huge.
But the problem with people
Yeah.
complaining about Thor is that everyone's just seen Thor from like the MCU. They're like, oh, he's this pretty
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
he's got long blonde hair. But like, obviously, reality, like, oh, I say reality,
It-
but in like mythos,
Mm.
He's just this big fucking dude with a hammer.
Yeah.
It's like he's not a pretty boy blonde hair.
Cool. So
And
with,
then yeah.
Right.
with some of these next ones, so quite a lot of the Microsoft ones we already know about them, but there's one right at the start that we don't know about. I'm gonna skip a couple because I've looked into them and there's some really like basic.
It's like indie games, really, right?
Yeah, that we're not gonna care too
Yeah.
much about. There's
Yeah,
also
fair.
there's one
No, that's
here
fine.
that doesn't actually have a title yet. It's just called Untitled Puzzle. So the
Right.
first game on the Microsoft list, Gears 6.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Gears
Ooh,
6.
yes.
Nice.
What? They kept that under wraps. I didn't even hear about Gears of War 6.
Yeah. The next game, notable game on there is Project Holland, or better known to people as Fable.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
What?
Well, we
Fable?
knew Fable was coming. We knew Fable was coming.
Yeah, I knew-
'cause
yeah,
there
there was a new
the-
Fable
there was
coming.
a
I didn't
trailer
know
at
about it.
E3, but it's been a
Oh, of course,
it's
yes.
been
yes,
a
yes, yes,
while.
yes. It's been it's been a long while.
You were actually saying earlier about like playing Fable on PC.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah, yeah.
having a little discussion with TG about
Really?
playing Fable on PC and how it's impossible to play like Fable 3 on computer unless you it took Moon, who like myself works in IT and is extremely computer competent. Took him 5 working days, not an entire 5 days, but you know, over the course of 5 evenings to get games for Windows Live hacked in a way that you could actually launch and run Fable 3. So it's atrocious. So we were talking about remasters and remakes and all this shit, and I said, no, just go back and take some of these games that we can't play and make them playable. You don't have to
Yeah.
upscale them.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
want 4K resolution on fucking Choo Choo Rocket from the Dreamcast. I want to play it at 480p, but I want to fucking play it. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
moving on.
I would love to have a Fable 3 or Fable 2 port
Yeah.
actually brought to PC, and obviously if there is a like a remaster or a remake or whatever,
Yeah.
fine. But I would like to play the original first, and then if they bring out the remaster or remake, if they ever do that,
Yeah, because we can
Then
play
that'd
the
be great.
anniversary edition. We can
Oh,
play
100%.
Fable
Yeah.
1 on Steam.
Mhm.
Why can't we play Fable 2 and 3? It doesn't make any sense. Do you know the one that does piss
Yeah.
me off? Viva Pinata. I physically own a copy of Viva Pinata for
what
Windows,
a game that was.
and I can't play it because games for Windows Live doesn't exist.
Pain.
The utter like disheart in Noodle right now is like, I cannot play Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata, filled with fun. Filled with fun.
That's what real gamers play.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. Next on our list is Project Typhoon, better known as Contraband.
Contraband.
Now, I remember
Mm,
watching something at E3 about
Oh,
Contraband, and
really?
I'm pretty sure it's kind of like Just Cause. It looked Just Cause-y, but less over the top. Next,
Oh, it's made by Bethesda. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I think
it's a new Bethesda IP, I think.
kind of interesting because the only type of game that I'm actually interested in right now is Starfield, but that's already obviously on PC, but it's going to be released in 2022.
Well,
but-
guess what's next on the list? No, I'm joking.
Starfield.
No, next on the list is Project Woodstock, Forza. So the next Forza game.
Ooh. Forza 7, am I right? No, it's Forza. It's a Forza. No, Forza Horizon 5, isn't it?
So it'd be Forza. Yeah, it'd be Forza 6, I think. I'm not sure.
Forza Horizon 5, I think it was, because that's going to be on Microsoft Game Pass for free.
Yeah. Yep.
That I've seen some of that, and it looks beautiful. I tell you what, it looks very beautiful, and it comes out 5th of November. Nice.
The only other 2 games on this list worth mentioning, and this is purely that they're going to be included in the service because we know about these games. So Halo 5 Guardians is going to become part of GeForce Now as well, and then Avowed. Now, Avowed, for those of you who might remember it, we did have several years ago a trailer for a game that looked like an Elder Scrolls game, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a competitor. making an Elder Scrolls style game, and it started with like arrows raining down the sky, and one of the arrows found its way down this like chasm and landed in front of your guy, and it cuts to like your hand with magic and a sword and a monster coming at you from the light, and it looked sick.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I
But
remember what you're on about. What's it called again?
Yes.
Avowed.
Yeah, it's made by the same guys who made the Outer Worlds.
Yeah, so
Oh!
it's former Bethesda guys who worked on the original Fallouts and the original.
It's
Yeah,
Obsidian. Oh, fuck
It's-
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
Obsidian. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you got my attention.
Because Obsidian's made the outer, yeah, like you said, the outer world.
The Outer
did-
World was an awesome game. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
Yeah,
that.
didn't they have something to do with Knights of the Old Republic too as well?
I'm not sure.
Don't know, probably. Yeah, so look.
So while you guys are loading up that stuff,
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, Stick of Truth. Yeah,
The stick of truth.
I love Stick of Truth. It's such a good game. One of my friends was
They sound
streaming
like
it the
it
other
was
day.
2 games.
One of my friends was streaming it the other day. I jumped on a stream and I went, you went for the white person difficulty. I still love that joke that they made. Classic. Right, so done with Microsoft. Last 3 projects that were on that list were called Kalimba, Indus, and Gravity. No idea about any of them. They didn't bring up much in the searches. Square Enix.
Hey, here we go.
Oh, here we
Our
go.
boys.
Here we go. Square Enix.
Our boys in Osaka and Tokyo. Is it Tokyo? No. Wait. Osaka and where's their headquarters? Oh, it is Tokyo, I think.
Oh, really?
Shibuya. Wherever that is. Right. So the
Shibuya.
first item on the list is Chrono Cross Remaster.
Chrono Cross Remaster.
Okay.
Next up, Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster.
Yes, that was a great game.
Oh, dude, Chrono Cross is back in the PS4 days, PS1 days, 1999.
Wait,
Yeah, it's an old
PS4.
one.
Yeah, so Chrono Cross was Chrono Trigger is the up. I think it's the sequel to it, but Chrono Cross was basically the very first sort of
Oh,
type
shit.
of game that was similar to Final Fantasy, like the Final Fantasy 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
That
I
is an
believe.
old game. Jesus.
Yeah.
So you have like the flat picture, but like the sort of 2/3D characters in the frame of the game, like
Yep.
Final Fantasy 7, the 98 version, I think it was. So basically, Chrono Cross is like that, but obviously a completely different atmosphere or universe.
Mm,
So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
With remastered on that, that's gonna be pretty good,
yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Pretty excited for that. But yeah, well,
The Final Fantasy VII remake is going to be on GeForce Now. So I don't think this is part 2. I think this is part 1 that's already available on PS4.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think PC, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
think
so,
Epic Games,
some-
maybe? Is it Epic Games?
Might be
What's
Epic
it on?
Games. I'll
Yeah.
have a look after this. I'm pretty sure it's on PC as well. But I would like to apologize in advance for the ungodly sound that Panda might make in the next couple of seconds. Final Fantasy IX Remake.
Yes.
Oh my
Final
God.
Fantasy 9 remake. No way, dude.
Final
Holy
Fantasy
shit.
IX
Oh.
getting that crisp 4K,
Oh.
Oh,
brand new models.
Wait, remake as well.
Remake.
Thank you,
Wow.
Square.
Same treatment that they gave Final Fantasy VII, they're giving to Final Fantasy IX.
No way. Yes.
Correct me if I'm
Oh.
wrong. That's the that opens with that weird volleyball game, isn't it?
Nope.
No.
That's
Oh, wait,
10.
no, that's 10.
No, that's 10.
9 opens with Vivi
Oh,
going into the city.
oh yeah.
and then
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Zidane and
I
all of
remember
his
now.
crew jump in to capture the princess, and
Now,
Yeah.
Vivi in 4K.
Everyone's just excited for VV in 4K. That's it.
Needless to say, I will be playing the living death out of that. No
Gonna
way.
be good.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
That's going to be series, streams, the lot. That's me done.
Yeah.
Whenever that comes
Brilliant.
out, that's me done.
Nice. Right, come on, give me another Final Fantasy. Come on, something about Final Fantasy 16. Here we go. Come on.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yes! Finally.
Get
I'm not
in!
kidding. It's right there. Highlight. Done.
And they're porting it straight to PC.
Oh, it's coming to GeForce Now. Well, so this is the thing.
Oh,
This is the thing.
nice.
So technically speaking, it's not coming to PC. Technically, it is
No,
coming to
yeah, it's
GeForce
just
Now,
on G4 now. So yeah.
which will be playable
still-
on PC.
Playable on
I-
PC.
Yeah,
I have a
as a
feeling that
patch
they're going to do that GeForce Now extravaganza stuff, and then like I feel like once they're doing that GeForce Now that we can play through the cloud or whatever, they're gonna later down the line find ports for that specific game to put onto the PC, so then we can actually like once it, for instance, it could like be like Xbox Game Pass, we could have it on there for a specific time, and then it comes off. Because I know there was a game
Yeah.
that I wanted to play on the Xbox Game Pass. I was about to download it the other day, and it was gone. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a really good game
Mm.
from what I saw and what I wanted to try out. But then when I went to go and download it, I searched it up. It came up and it says, "Oh, it's not on the Xbox Game Pass." It went off a couple of days ago or something like that, and I was kind of devastated. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be something to do with Xbox Game Pass in a way of the system. But then I'm hoping that after that they find a port or create a PC port for that game, so that we can actually have it on the PC forever. You know,
Yeah.
as a system.
Yeah.
I'm also hoping that it'll be a like a Epic Games sort of launcher, like the GeForce Now will be a launcher. So you log in like you do with Epic Games, and then it will just bring up a library of these cloud games that you can just click and play, and then go from there. Because that would be good. That would be
I
good.
think I don't think there's any worry about these Square Enix games coming to PC. Personally, I think
Yeah,
the
that's
thing
true.
with
No,
GeForce
definitely.
Now, I think the thing with GeForce Now that's really good though is that they're focusing on single player. Single player is very easily attainable because one of the biggest worries about streaming games and cloud gaming is delay, which would murder a multiplayer game. Although I have heard stories of people playing like Rocket League and stuff over streaming and no problem. But I'm going to gloss over the next two items real quick because I know Tomb Raider Anniversary 2021.
Oh,
Let's go.
Just very quickly because
there he is. There's King.
Tomb Raider games come out on PC anyways. This is just
they
an
do.
anniversary
Yeah.
edition
Yeah.
of Tomb Raider. So
That's pretty cool.
we've already had the game for a while.
Question here though is that so I assume it's gonna be like the most recent Tomb Raider games, yeah. But what would be even better is if they threw in like classic Tomb Raider games, like Tomb Raider like Legacy, or like the old like 2D ones.
I know what you mean. Like
pyramid
like
ones.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Pyramid Hits.
Yeah.
What
But,
what
like,
level?
those would be awesome because I love those games. I
Yes.
played the shit out of them as a kid.
I
Back
would
when-
like to see a remake back like for the Tomb Raider 1. Like a remake of the map, of the levels, because the OG levels of Tomb Raider 1 were like probably by far the best. And I would love to also see in Tomb Raider 3, if they do a remake or a remaster in Tomb Raider 3, I would like to see 4K Butler so I can shoot his head. He holds up this pan in it. Lock him in the freezer in 4K, or you're all good.
If I be perfectly honest, like what I want out of Tomb Raider games, I want them to go back to being more about the puzzles and platforming, and less about sneaking around. Because I feel like I'm playing your generic game at that point. Like I played the Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition that had the blue box cover. I think it's literally just called Tomb Raider. But basically, you're going around, you're gathering sticks and crafting arrows and stuff. I may as well have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, or I may as well have been playing what's it called, the zombie one with Ellie and Joel. I can't remember.
Last of Us.
I may as well have been playing Last of Us. Like it felt like I was
Yeah.
playing the same games. But the
Yeah.
thing that always made Tomb Raider like special for me is like think about Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear games.
Yeah.
Compare them to like Phantom Pain. Now Phantom Pain was a great game. I'm not dissing it, but I loved that stupid camera angle, hide under a box, alert shit that they had in the original games, and like and the weird like maneuverable stuff, and you had to figure things out. Like you couldn't just run through and gun things down. And a lot of console gaming, personally, and like single player games became a lot like that. And I think that's kind of why I drifted away from playing single player games, is because people stopped focusing on gameplay aspects like movement and, using your brain and just went straight down to what's the coolest combat system and crafting system and survival system. Oh, it's a cold climate. You know what we should do? It would be a really good feature that people will like. We should have bonfires. And every time your stamina gets low, if you go to a bonfire, it recovers faster. That way we make people go to these bonfires that we've put down in the world. And it's like, okay, yeah, but every other game designer has done the exact same thing. And I felt that way when I was playing the last Tomb Raider game. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. It was a good game.
Yeah.
But it didn't quite get it.
Speaking back about the, obviously when you said the OG sort of like Metal Gear Solid that you see.
Yeah.
Like when you like have that 90-degree camera.
Yeah.
Like when you like run down the hall and then your camera cuts to like the camera behind you and you go right down the hall to like for instance Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Phenomenal game.
Original DMC.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And obviously, dude, Devil May Cry. Oh my god, get it.
Do you remember that one boss fight in Metal Gear where it was the fat guy on rollerblades, and when you kill him afterwards, he's like, "There's a bomb on this oil rig, and it's gonna blow up in a second." And you have a timer on your screen, and you have to find this bomb, and you can't fucking find it anywhere. And it was underneath him. You literally go up, grab him by his legs, and drag him out, and the bomb's underneath him. Do you know how long it took my child brain to figure that out? I had to get my brother to do it.
It's like, where's this bomb? Where's this bomb?
I miss games that are like that. Though.
Like just little versions of us going screaming at the fucking computer.
Yeah, and I miss games that are like that though. Like
again, like the original camera angle for me on Resident Evil was so amazing, because I remember one time I was running down this corridor of Resident Evil 2, and then it cuts the camera, and then all of a sudden the black bars slowly come down for the cutscene, and as they come down the cutscene, you just hear this loud smash, like the nemesis or a zombie comes flying through the window. Shits me up every time. I get scared by it all the time, and it's phenomenal. But the original Resident Evil 2 cameras and Metal Gear Solid cameras is what made the game great to this day as well.
And do you know what the most nostalgic experience I've had in the recent years has been? January 2019, Kingdom Hearts 3. Because the world design, the level design from Kingdom Hearts 3 felt the same as like Kingdom Hearts 2. I was going into little alcoves and like figuring out that I could drop a pillar here to break down this wall, and there was a chest behind it with an item in it. I felt like I was playing a game. And I love that I can go on to that point from that conversation, because that brings me on to the last item on Square Enix list. Kingdom Hearts 4. I looked at this and I thought to myself, no, there's no way that we are getting Kingdom Hearts 4 so soon thereafter. But I realized something. Kingdom Hearts 3 got delayed because they wanted it coming out on all the regions at the same time. And before that, it got delayed because they switched from Square Enix's engine to the Unreal Engine 4 during development. So in reality, on the Unreal Engine 4, Kingdom Hearts 3 had 4 years or so worth of development, and next year is the 25th anniversary, I think, of Kingdom Hearts or Square Enix or something. There's an anniversary now happening next year.
I think it's an anniversary of Square Enix,
and
it could be Kingdom Hearts. I don't know.
From the point of Kingdom Hearts 3 development going gold, meaning the only work that needed to be done was translation and localization. Through to that anniversary, it's nearly been 4 years. the same amount of development time, except this time they haven't had to switch engine, and they've already had assets on this new engine.
Could we be getting Kingdom Hearts 4 next year?
I think we're going to be getting an announcement soon. And
I
by
reckon
soon,
you're gonna get. When's
Kingdom
the next
Hearts
like
terms,
E3?
we're gonna get.
When's the next E3?
Next
Or
year.
when is the next Square Enix like showcase?
Well,
It's early next year, is it not?
Kingdom Hearts has always had trailers at the D20 event, which is a Disney thing. There's like
Right,
a Disney
Most-
version of Comic-Con, basically.
Most likely next year.
Yeah,
wouldn't be
if it is going to be released anytime soon, I reckon it's going to be mid next year, if not late next year,
Yeah.
like November next year.
Mm.
So sometime, probably around this time next year, I reckon
Yeah.
we'll get it.
And
If
now-
they,
and
they
now-
should announce it.
The entire collection is on the Epic Game Store as well now. You
Yeah,
can
I've
buy
seen that.
every game on
I have
PC.
seen that, and I'm if I can, I might try and get it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna force Panda into playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Like genuinely, I say to people nowadays, don't bother playing Kingdom Hearts 1 if you've watched it before. If you watch someone play it, don't bother playing it. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a joy to play. The reason I say Kingdom Hearts 1 is really clunky to play. It's really clunky. Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts 2
yeah.
is a
Yeah.
fun game to play. Even if you're just like casual, just get through the game. Fun. It is fun. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is even more fun and fantastic. And the fucking scene renders, especially on the Pirates of the Caribbean world, fucking gorgeous. So I can't wait to see what Kingdom Hearts 4 brings, especially since it's the start of a new storyline as well, because we ended the main storyline in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting that anytime soon.
But
It's so expensive. It's like 40, 50 quid a game,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That's
it's-
crazy.
it's premium.
Kingdom Hearts.
It is premium. But I digress, because I could genuinely sit here and talk about Kingdom Hearts all fucking day. These guys know it. They've been in those Discord
Oh,
chats.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move
Yeah.
on to Capcom.
Yeah.
This is it. Resident Evil, yes!
Ul-
I don't know.
Ultimate Alliance.
Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Whoa! Oh, yeah,
Ah.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Street Fighter 6.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
Dragon's
we might have to do
Dogma
that.
2. And,
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yep. And
Oh, okay.
Monster Hunter 6. So 4 pretty good games. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
Monster Hunter wasn't announced.
Probably Nintendo. I'd like to say Nintendo did their announcement of Monster Hunter 6.
Did they?
I could be wrong.
There was
unless it
definitely
Monster
some
Hunter
kind of
Rise.
announcement, I think.
I thought there was
Could have been Monster Hunter
I
Rise.
think it was
I'm
just
not too sure.
Monster Hunter going to Switch.
I thought there was a
Oh,
Street
possibly, yeah.
Fighter Monster Hunter crossover where you could play as a Street Fighter character in Monster Hunter. I thought that was what
Possibly
it was.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Monster Hunter's got
God
like you
knows.
can get Dante, you can get Resident Evil
Oh,
characters,
yeah,
you can get
yeah.
all sorts.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing those games come out and come to light.
Yeah.
Um,
Resident Evil 4, did you say remaster or remake?
Remake.
Oh, okay. That's actually better because I thought I heard remaster. I was like, but remake. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Young Leon Kennedy going into that village,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
there's like this big Ouroboros fucking like tentacle bloody monster massive like charging through a church. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it because it never happened in the original. I'm waiting for it because
Yeah.
they changed Nemesis big time.
Yeah.
From Resident Evil 3's original to remake. They changed his appearance. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I personally, it was okay. I thought they could have made him a little bit more bulkier in a way, because he went for like bulky shoulders, but then really thin, like a V-shaped sort of like waist, and then like quite bulky outwards, and his face wasn't. It was scary. Don't get me wrong, but then like his face wasn't like how it should be from the original. So I understand it's a remake, but some of the things like that should stay the same, but obviously upgraded to the graphics it is today, because one, it's just nostalgia, and two, it would be like awesome to see what the comparisons look like.
So
And
I don't
I
think
think
you'll
that'd be
get
really
that
good.
with a remake, unfortunately. So
That's the problem. That's
the-
the problem. But
the
it's,
point
it's
with
fine.
the
They're still
remasters-
they're still good games anyway.
Yeah, the point with the remastering, it's the same concept in music. Is it's the same source assets. They just get improved and remastered
Yeah.
for the final product.
Yeah.
So Resident Evil 4 remake, that means they'll be making new assets. But moving on from the Capcom games, there's only the 4 of those. We're moving on to Take-Two. I'm quite excited about Take-Two.
Take-Two. What do they make again?
So Take-Two are a publisher.
Yeah.
I believe Take-Two, I might be wrong, but I think Take-Two are the company that did A Way Out, right?
Yes, I think so.
Mm,
And the
Take-Two-
recent never mind.
Take-Two Interactive. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Um.
Do you want to hear the games on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go-
carry on. Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah,
think
let's do
of
it.
what they were. Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
So the first three games is all in one line. They're all remasters, and I think they're coming in a bundle.
Oh.
Grand Theft
Okay.
Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas remasters.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I heard about the Grand Theft Auto series being a remaster, but I didn't realize it was going to be by Take-Two though. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good
Then
because I know.
you've got the
Yeah, sorry,
the original BioShock is getting a
Oh,
RTX
nice.
remaster. So it's
Wow.
not only is it
Yeah.
being remastered, it is
Wow.
being RTX capable.
Damn.
That's insane.
Shout out to
That's
me and my boy
good.
Panda with our 3080s. Hey.
Yeah. Boy.
Oh, shut up, you two.
Lexi.
Go on. Chat it.
And then the last one, because there's only 3 items on this list, BioShock 2022.
new
Oh,
game,
new one. Nice.
new
Oh,
game.
yes.
Let's
game,
go.
new game.
New game. By the way,
Game
I'll
of BioShock.
Yeah.
I'll quickly say I was wrong. Take-Two aren't the guys
BioShock
who made like
2022.
A Way Out and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I got it mixed up with a different company.
Oh, how streaming
yeah.
is going to be so good next year as well.
Oh, yes.
So
New
thoughts
BioShock
on those
game.
ones, boys. I'm excited for
I
BioShock
cannot
RTX.
wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a-
BioShock by far.
Yeah.
Mm.
BioShock has caught my eye or my ears, so I can't actually physically see it, but my ears.
Yeah.
Out of that list of Take-Two.
Yeah.
But there's the Grand Theft Auto series, yeah. But I personally again would play the originals out of
1 and
a
2.
remake because I have had bad experiences with remakes in the past. So I've remasters in the
Yeah.
past because obviously remaster is only just basically getting the original game up to today's graphics. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, it's scaling
not-
up the original source.
Exactly, and
material.
some games can't handle that upscale. There was a what's a good example? One of you guys can probably think of a game quicker than me. That was a poor start.
Well, Spyro for me.
it
The Spyro
wasn't
trilogy.
bad.
So the
but it
problem
wasn't
with
good.
the Spyro trilogy is they upscaled it. They redid a bunch of graphics. They upscaled it and everything.
Mm.
The motion blur made me sick. I bought the fucking trilogy
yeah.
and I couldn't play it for more than half an hour without feeling sick from the amount of motion blur. And the thing is, they didn't need it because they turned it off in a later update because of the amount of people that couldn't play the
Complaining about it.
remaster.
Yeah, of course.
And I was on a PS4 Pro. I didn't need motion blur to make up the frame rate difference, but they had frame rate issues.
That's exactly what I'm worried about as well.
Yeah.
because
No, I get your point. Like, this is part of my argument earlier. Like,
good games that had
Yeah.
remasters are no longer good games because of the experiences people have had.
yeah.
It doesn't make them want to play that game even originally because of the bad experience they had with the old game, which is unfair because, for instance, like I said, going back to Resident Evil,
Mhm.
that is probably the only type of remaster / remake I would accept because one, it's a fan classic. It's just an incredible game to play, old school and new, and this was basically just that good. One other thing, actually, BioShock, they had a remaster.
Yeah.
And to be fair, playing the remaster and playing the normal was no different. I saw comparisons in videos. There was literally slight shader differences in texture in like parts of the levels, but there was literally no difference to the remaster and the original game. So people were better off playing just the original game because there was literally no difference to the remaster, which kind of pissed people off because people were expecting a lot more difference or a lot more graphic improvement in that game. Because if they made the game a lot more better with graphics, then people would prefer the remaster. And obviously the 60 FPS or whatever it was, I think it was unlimited or 120 FPS cap, I think it was for the BioShock remaster. But no, apparently it turns out that it actually made their FPS way slower, and then they bumped back to the original BioShock. So a little bit left of orange juice.
Nice soup.
Gone.
Right. So I'm gonna start flying this through because we've been 50 minutes. I know you guys want to stream tonight. We've actually still got quite a list to go through, so I'm gonna start flying through. So first off, if someone could please hold King's colostomy bag for him for the next season of EA Mirror's Edge RTX remaster. Personally, very excited about that one because I loved Mirror's Edge.
The game already is like that good anyway.
Yeah.
It was back in like 2013, I think it was. Maybe 2009.
But
it was brilliant colours.
The ray tracing will just oomph it. Yeah, to that
especially when you
level.
get into the sewer and the building, whatever. Brilliant.
The next item is an untitled game from Respawn. So Respawn, as we know, made Apex. They also made Jedi. They also made
Titanfall.
Yeah, they also made Titanfall.
Yeah.
This is no. This is an untitled Respawn game. The third item and last item on EA's list, Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And there's the colostomy
bag. Let's fucking go, man.
That's
how long? Okay, I don't know how long I've been saying
mate.
it, but a Titanfall 3 game would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've been saying that. Yeah. After the way the campaign ended in the second game, like
Titanfall was fantastic, and I think Titanfall's multiplayer as well was also fantastic. It's just that it was a level of like skill that people just weren't ready to commit to. Like people wanted to play the easy shooter, which was COD. It's the same shit with like Apex. Apex is the better battle royale overall, like on a technical skill level especially. But people play Warzone because it's easier to play Warzone than it is to play Apex. Yeah. And I think Titanfall, at its core, suffered from the same problem. The story, fantastic. The multiplayer, that's kind of what suffered a little bit. It's nothing against people that play Titanfall. I fucking loved the multiplayer when I played it.
Well, see, you saying that like Titanfall is probably like the more skill based. I suck at like multiplayer shooters, but I was actually pretty decent at Titanfall. So it's like for me,
Stop the cap.
Was easier.
That's cap.
That was easier to play.
Stop the cap.
Shut up. That was easier to play than say like Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what it turning people off is like the dynamic between like the Titans and the pilots and stuff, because that's obviously very different.
Yeah,
but that's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty good though. I'm pretty excited.
Definitely.
Titanfall 3 is gonna be great.
We'll definitely have to play through some of the multiplayer on that. Right before there's a meta, before it gets boring, we'll play plenty of Titanfall.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But
before there's like 10 more champions in Apex, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Next up, we got Bandai. One item. A couple of the next ones have only got one item, by the way. So Tekken 8. I'm excited by. I do love a good Street Fighter, good Tekken game. I don't play them myself. I know you guys played them a lot. I love watching them.
Me and Panda battled each other,
especially like
back.
Seven was great. It's definitely 8's definitely needed. That's going to make a lot of people in the fighter game industry happy.
Oh, 100%. Especially people in Volpine as well.
I was expecting another Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah.
Oh, not
to
yet.
to be fair,
Not yet.
they did Kakarot not too long ago. Like
Kakarot was
Yeah.
only like a year old, 2 years
Yeah.
old. That's it. But
Good point.
give it a year or so, you'll get a Dragon Ball Super game where you actually have like the Tournament of Power and bullshit. You know.
But yeah, next on our list from Curve Digital, a game better known as Everyone Fucks Around While Panda Plays the Game. Human Fall
Oh.
Flat 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Second one. Nice.
Which
Yeah.
I think is going to be great because I never
Yes.
actually
That'll be
got to
fun.
play Human Fall Flat with you guys because everyone was already
that's a
like playing it
shame.
and everything while I was at work.
I was already a king at it.
Well, I mean,
There's a game which I believe
Yeah.
competes with Human Fall Flat, and it's
Ooh.
called Party Animals.
oh,
I've not
yeah.
seen it.
Party animals.
If you have not seen
Oh,
it,
I've
Look at it.
I'll have to look at that. Yeah.
it is
It's,
phenomenal.
it's like a massively updated version of Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
much,
okay.
and it looks the frame rate on it looks brilliant. There's
As long
obviously
as
like
the
really
controls
nice.
aren't arse. I got so bored of Gang
Yeah,
Beasts
yeah,
because
probably
it'd be
it
like,
shouldn't-
oh,
it's-
you do this and this, and you grab someone, and then you can lift them. And then I was doing it. I was like, it
Yeah,
didn't
no,
do
it-
shit. But then some dude
it
could
looks
just
so
come
much
along and
better.
just yeet me. I was like, all right.
Problem is,
Yeah,
it's
imagine
Gang
Gang
to
Beasts with better
be
controllers.
announced, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL link now and put it into the chat, and then you can have a look at it later.
Sweet.
There you go.
So next item, moving on, is if I remember correctly, is a very weird puzzle game. Devolver Digital with the
Oh.
Talos Principle 2.
Oh yeah. I've seen
Mhm.
Talos Principle before.
So Talos
That's
Principle-
pretty cool.
I think Talos Principle is something about like AI or human. It's
Yeah.
there's like a theory thing behind it. And it's like some really weird puzzles. So
Mhm.
interesting that one. I'd be keen to watch like Panda play it because you love
Mm.
watching Panda do a puzzle game.
Love puzzle games.
But
Puzzle.
running up next,
Puzzle.
we have Crytek
Oh, here we
back
go.
with another
Yes.
Crysis game.
Yes,
Crysis
Crysis
Ooh,
4.
Crysis
4,
making a comeback.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Crysis 4.
aka
Oh,
Mr.
banging.
Can It Run Crysis?
True, that is. Yeah, true.
So I'm expecting Crysis 4 to be like the first real RTX game. They have like a standard to uphold on. We want to make all of your computer hardware burn.
Yeah.
Want to
This will
melt
be the
your
game to
PC.
melt 3080s.
Melt the 3080s, melt them all, turn them into slag.
No, so I think New World's going to do Melt on 30.
hey, in all fairness, EVGA did post about that, and they went, "Yeah, it's our fault."
EVGA
yeah.
are poor, man. EVGA are poor.
Um,
Gigabyte is where it's at, man.
D3 Publisher Inc. Earth Defense Force 6. I don't know if you guys ever played an Earth Defense Force
the
game.
bloody. It's like
With
a
the-
little
Nah.
puny human with like a massive ant.
Giant ants attacking the Earth. It's fucking hilarious.
Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
nice.
Next up, we got
They're still going. Oh my god.
yeah.
A 6, an Earth Defense 6. That's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy. I
So
can't believe
that
that.
Grinch, the Grinch scene. Are you still living?
Yeah. Next one. Do you know what? Funnily enough, so next publisher is Sega. Yeah. Now I want to
Nice.
tell you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I want to tell you guys a thing. You know, I used to live in Italy. And you know,
Yeah.
every country has slang for different things.
Mhm.
So, for example, masturbating or having a wank in Italian is Sega.
Nice.
And like,
Nice.
when you
Brilliant.
finish, it's just like Sega.
Exactly.
Masturbate.
Masturbate. So,
I mean, they
anyways,
both-
Sega's offerings, yeah. Bayonetta 3.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I had a feeling that Bayonetta would be coming out.
knew that was coming.
Judgment.
Oh no! What is if that's the game that I'm on about? Thinking of. Is that the Judgment Yakuza?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Judgment
It's-
isn't
it's-
even
it's-
spelt right. They missed an E in the list.
So it's
Yeah.
So it's spelled Judgment. So
Hmm.
basically, Judgment
Yeah.
is part of the Yakuza series,
Sweet.
which is
Yeah.
actually really good because Yakuza is fucking hilarious.
You know, you're
And
the, you're the only
Yakuza,
streamer I follow.
the only Yakuza, like the only connection, the whole collection of Yakuza is on Xbox Game Pass right now, but it's huge in memory. It's like 90 gigs a pop. for like
Yeah.
from Yakuza like 1 to 6 or some shit.
You-
This might be a
but
remaster of the 2019 Judgment.
Yeah, but Judgment is it's a spin-off to the Yakuza series, and Judgment
Yeah.
is a phenomenal game. Like I've seen good stuff about it. I've not yet played it yet because obviously it's only on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox
Yeah.
Series X, and Series S, and it's on the Google Stadia as well. By the way,
Oh, nice.
pretty interesting because I've not I didn't even know it was on the Stadia, the Google Stadia.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm pretty interested in that game because it looks fun. It looks pretty good, and I might have to play a Yakuza game and just like do some sort of like kung fu, like kick into the chin up through a roof or some shit on some guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, funnily enough, you're like the only streamer that I follow on Twitch that I've ever seen play the Yakuza games as well. So it's
Wait,
we know where to go for that content.
yes.
I-
Watch me go.
I'm gonna skip. There are a few items that like few games in this list and publishers, and it's like, like yeah, definitely.
You might as well
no one
just
cares,
just say them. might as well
okay,
just say them
so
just in case.
Catherine Full Body and Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. Catherine Full Body again.
Catherine Full Body and Shin Megami Tensei 5 from
Shin
Atlas.
Megami Tensei 5. Oh, these are Switch games.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! They're actually importing Switch games now onto Stadia.
Well,
Onto
they're
GeForce Now?
third party Switch games. So
Yeah,
they're-
that's what I mean. But like, these are specifically on platform, like the Switch platform.
yeah.
That's actually pretty good. Shinigami Tensei 5 is actually pretty cool. Not bad. Fair
Next up, we've got another one for King on this one.
Really?
Although he'd
Okay.
have to come and use mine and Panda's PC to play it. So
Aw.
Warner Brothers,
enough.
Batman,
Ooh,
Oh.
Arkham
Cool,
Knight,
cool.
RTX
Ah.
remaster.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Now,
Well,
the
I
next
mean
one.
that game's pretty beautiful anyway.
It
Like,
is.
Apparently, it requires a 3090 to play.
I'll just play Arkham Knight that I have already. It's fine.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game. Now, this is the one game on this list that I've looked at and gone, yeah, that's not coming out. Valve,
Left 4 Dead 3.
Half-Life 2 remastered.
Oh, that no.
Okay.
I don't think it's happening.
No, I
it's
don't think it's
not.
happening for another couple of years.
Unless it's a third-party company doing it, I don't think that's happening.
Unless it's a massive juke to every single Half-Life fan, but it's actually a Half-Life 3 announcement.
Nah,
But
nah, because Valve
No,
Valve
it
can't
wouldn't be.
counter for it.
have you guys seen or played Half-Life Alex?
No, I don't have VR. I've seen
Have you seen it?
footage of it from Valve News Network, Tyler McVicker.
Right. Have you seen the ending at all?
I haven't. No.
you-
People don't post the ending anywhere. I don't think. Well,
Right,
some people do in their gameplay
I
stuff,
would.
but
If you want me to explain it very quickly, I can.
at
it's
some
up to
point
you.
I plan on getting VR, and it is a thing
Okay.
I'd like to play, but it's not a priority for me. So I'll probably pass on finding out. But I am
Fair enough,
happy
fair
to
enough.
deafen myself if the rest of the boys want to listen to.
It's not an issue, but yeah, that's fine. I'll keep quiet for now because it's you'll understand why Half-Life 2 Remastered will not come out anytime soon,
Yeah.
because Half-Life 3 will be coming out, or people think Half-Life 3 will be coming out because of the ending of Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
It
if
shocked
I'm-
me when I saw it. I was like, no fucking way.
If
Because everyone knows you've played Half-Life 2, obviously, right?
yeah.
And you know the ending of that, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool. You'll understand when you play Half-Life Alex. You'll be like, no fucking way that just happened.
The only thing
It's
the only
actually
thing
pretty
with Half-Life
fucking-
3,
pretty fucking good.
Valve tend to make games for hardware to prove that things can be done, and Half-Life was obviously like the first FPS RPG, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And then they did Half-Life 2 because they wanted to test out their new Source engine. Yeah. But
Yeah.
then when they did Source 2, rather than doing Half-Life 3 for Source 2, they did a whole bunch of other stuff. to test out the Source 2 engine.
They did like Black Mesa and stuff.
They
didn't they?
tend to make games to prove hardware's useful. So Half-Life Alyx was proving that VR is the next step in gaming and that you can make a full, high-quality AAA title game for VR.
Yeah.
The next big thing is the Steam Deck. I would not put it past them to make Half-Life free and then optimize it for motion controls on a portable device like the Switch or the Steam Deck, because there are haptic feedback devices throughout the entire bloody thing, and I think that they're going to potentially do so, even if it's not like the whole Half-Life 3, even if it's Half-Life Alyx 2, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steam is created and owned by Valve, am I correct?
Yeah. Steam,
I thought so.
Steam, funnily enough, was created to distribute Counter-Strike and manage the servers, the multiplayer servers.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And spiral out of control from there.
And then all of a sudden, now look at it, 20 years down the line, you've got a massive game library of all types of games which have been published and
that I've never
be
played.
Obtained. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll tell you, I've got like fucking hundreds of games on there that I've not touched at all because I've just got them, and then I was like, oh yeah, forgot about this one.
But moving on, because we could sit on Half-Life and Valve all day as well.
Yeah, of course.
So the next game on the list, it's not got a proper title yet, but it's Paradox Interactive. Paradox made City Skylines, for example. Or Surviving Mars. It's called Project FPS. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be called Project FPS, but if it is called Project FPS, or if it is an FPS game, I'm interested to see what Paradox Interactive do with it, because they've worked on quite a lot of games. They've had their fingers in the Gears of War pot for years. They've been a contributing development company towards Gears of War for years and years. So, right, I'm going to jump very quickly through the next list, because there is literally a item here called Unannounced Games, and every single one of them is going to have a point of discussion. So I'm going to read them all out, and then we'll talk about them. Yeah.
Cool.
So, XCOM 3, Injustice 3, Gods Will Fall, Destroy All Humans 3, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD, Mario and Rabbids, Death Stranding Director's Cut for PC, Sniper Elite 5, and City Skylines 2.
Ooh. Sniper Elite 5, sort of, out of that whole list, sort of caught my eye there, caught my attention there.
Yeah, that straight away got me.
Because... Yeah. Did you say Sniper Elite 5? Or did you say Sniper Warrior 5?
Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite,
yeah.
Banging. Because I swear it was either me and Panda that played there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Sniper Elite 4 when that first came out.
We played the zombie one, didn't we?
Because it was the first one. No, Sniper Elite 4 was the first one that came out that was a multiplayer one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we played that together.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like some kind of zombie mode or whatever. But yeah,
I swear you had the zombie army. It's called Zombie Army, isn't it? Like Zombie Army Trilogy or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different thing. That's like an off spin.
I actually have that. I actually have that as well. The Zombie Army Trilogy on Steam. It's kind of interesting.
The items in that list that stand out most to me, I really love City Skylines. So City Skylines 2 is great, but Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD. It doesn't say remake and it doesn't say remaster. It just says HD.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
It's just HD as well, which is
it's very, very curious. But I'm also, it's just me, but I'm also kind of worried about that at the same time, because we again staying back to when I was on about the HD remasters. Some games that flopped, some games that produced absolute gems.
Yeah,
it could not be it could be just a HD remake and slight graphical changes. Obviously, not saying that Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 had best graphics, because if I'm correct, they were quite an old game, right?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Metal Gear Solid 2 published on PlayStation 1, did it not?
PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I think. Panda's checking.
Snake.
So it got re-released on the PS4.
Oh, it did?
Okay. Oh, re-released. Okay.
So originally PlayStation 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, obviously, graphics back then were for us. Obviously, were oh yeah, this is amazing. You know, like we're seeing today.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, like I'm a little bit with remasters. I'm a little bit curious. But with remakes, I'm all for that because I'm actually excited to see what they actually recreate.
Yeah, definitely.
For you know, another example. And going back to Resident Evil, the changes of the models, like the graphics they use, the RE engine that they've used for Resident Evil 7, 8, 5, Resident Evil 7, 8, 6, 7, and 7. The RE engines that they use for those models just made the game phenomenal. That's why I love the Resident Evil franchise as they are. So I'm a 50-50 on it at the moment, but you know, I wouldn't mind trying to play Metal Gear Solid again.
Yeah.
Because I personally now have never played it properly. I've played a little bit here and there over a friend's house, but I've never actually stuck my face in it and played throughout the entire game. So it would probably be something that I'll probably try out if it goes well. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Next interesting point from that list: Mario and Rabbids on GeForce Now. So Mario and Rabbids has been Switch exclusive so far, I believe.
All Mario games have been Switch exclusives.
I think that might be Ubisoft influenced that, because obviously Rabbids is a Ubisoft.
Yeah,
IP.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm interested in Injustice 3: Gods Will Fall. So not the best beat 'em up, but great story. Injustice has a great story. I don't know if you guys have seen, actually. There's actually been a trailer that they're making an animated movie based on the Injustice storyline.
I have seen that, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
It's literally called Injustice.
Injustice, the animated movie.
Because I've seen one on Prime Video.
Yeah, it's trailer.
No. I've seen something similar to on Prime Video. It's like an animation. I think it's made by DC.
It's probably one of the DC movies.
Yeah.
I'll
quickly get it up.
Oh, are you talking about what's King? What's the one that's like a spin-off of the DC universe, but the guy that's supposed to be Superman just goes ham and kills everyone?
I think that's the one I'm on about.
What's it called? I've been watching YouTube videos on it because it's actually fantastic.
So in the comics, where Superman basically goes ham,
Invincible
would be probably
that's the one.
Oh, Invincible.
Because he's got the yellow. He's got the yellow. He's got the.
That's
the
what you're on about, Invincible. I thought.
That's what I thought.
The dad's basically Superman. It's basically the Justice League and Superman. He just goes ham one day and kills everyone. That's Invincible. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
So Injustice.
I've yet to watch it, and I think me and Nina will watch it.
Yeah, Injustice, the animated movie. So it's going to go off the storyline, I'm guessing, from the first game. It does show you obviously what happens in the trailer. So me saying the following is not a spoiler, unless you haven't watched the trailer. In which case, spoiler warning for Injustice the movie. Basically Lois Lane gets killed by, I think, the Joker or something like that, and Batman just loses his humanity and goes, I'm a fucking god, and I'm going to just rain hell upon all of you. And he does.
Superman?
He goes evil. Yeah, Superman. Sorry. Did I say?
I was
Batman?
gonna say, why does Batman give a shit about Lois Lane?
Because Martha.
Nah, but yeah, that's basically the whole plot for Injustice, and then you got the whole when Superman starts going crazy, he kills everyone, and he does the whole regime of he takes over Earth, he becomes the god. You have the evil regime of Superman, and then all the other heroes are basically we gotta stop Superman.
Yeah,
and then it just turns into a beat 'em up. I'm not too fussed on Injustice, to be honest.
Yeah, the game itself is okay. It's kind of like every other Mortal Kombat entry. It's okay.
I mean, I would be more interested if the unannounced game was Mortal Kombat 12, because Mortal Kombat 11 was fucking amazing, even gameplay wise.
You know what that means, though? It means Mortal Kombat 12 is going to be okay.
Well,
Literally,
no-
Mortal Kombat. Every other Mortal Kombat game is eh.
Well,
It's like really good, eh. Really good,
I
eh.
No, because
I kind of
10
disagree.
was insane,
10 was
11
good.
was great.
11 was insane.
and then 11 was even better.
Yeah,
Am I
Yeah.
thinking of the wrong fighter series then?
possibly.
Possibly.
I'm thinking of Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
so, yeah,
so-
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur was great from Soul Calibur 4 onwards.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
Soul
everything-
Calibur, everything
one
from
was
Soul
great.
Calibur onwards was
One was great.
shit.
One was great.
Soul
2 was
Calibur
shit.
was 6.
3 was great.
4 was
4 was
insane.
4 was where it like picked up. But
And then 5 was but then 6 was like
we're
5 had Yoda.
we are however
yeah, and The Apprentice. Oh mate,
I want to start the next list halfway through because it's actually relevant to what we've just finished talking about. So halfway through the next list, this is the other option. I don't know why it's under other, but Mortal Kombat Next Gen and Mortal Kombat 12.
Ah, well there you go. Yeah,
Yes.
get in.
nice.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
Sorry.
Moving on.
Moving on. So back to the start of this list. Total War 9. I'm a fan of Total War, so I'm quite excited to see that.
Oh,
Fair
that's
enough,
not the
fair
Roman Total War. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Total War. I didn't even realize there was a Total War 8. What the fuck?
Yeah. This next one, I think in this next one is actually kind of going to be a big one for us because we used to play this as like a group, like with a lot of people. Payday 3.
Oh,
okay.
I've been waiting for
Yeah,
Payday.
yeah.
We used to play the
Payday-
shit out of Payday 2.
Yeah.
And by
I
play
think
the
that,
shit
like,
out of, I mean
2004,
we kept having to
2014,
restart
2000.
because someone triggered the alarm every
Yeah,
fucking
that'll probably be me.
time.
That'll probably be
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Hangar 13 is, but it's on this list.
I believe Hangar 13 is the company that does the Payday games.
Oh,
So Hangar 13
In which
is
case-
a company.
that explains Hangar 13 unannounced, so they're making a game as well.
Yeah.
The next one, though, really piques my interest. Fight for Middle-earth.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's not the RPG.
I don't know.
Game, is it?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, that's Path of
I've-
Exile.
Huh?
I don't.
Path of Exile. What? What are you on about?
Anyway, I don't care.
No, I think the one you were thinking of, Ryder, is the one that got cancelled by Amazon
Yeah.
Game Studio. They were making a Lord of the Rings game.
Oh, that.
Big Lord of the Rings game. That's the one that we know about. Fight for Middle-earth, however, nobody's heard about.
Well, if
far as I'm aware.
Fight for Middle-earth is anything like War in the North, then I'll fucking love it. Because
Well,
War in the
it
North
kind
is
of-
my favorite game.
It kind of
Dunno.
follows the same naming convention as another Lord of the Rings game that I used to play, Battle for Middle-earth, which was a
Yes, I was
strategy
gonna-
game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it's
good.
good.
That
It's
was an
Definitely going to be
RTS
a
game.
strategy game.
I'd love to.
I don't
I'd
know.
love to have
I don't
another
know.
strategy game because it was a very good. Like Battle for Middle Earth was a very good strategy game. I have a really fun memory of one of my Italian friends invited me around his house one time, and I went obviously, and he showed me like his family computer and stuff because he knew I liked computers. I was like, oh yeah, cool, and he's like, oh look, this is a game. And started showing me Battle for Middle-earth 2 and trying to tell me how to play. And I was like, no, I know how to play. And he's like, but you don't know this game. I was like, no, I know this game. Do you think I live under a rock? He was like, what? I was like, I've been playing games since before you. Well, we were born in the same year. I've been playing games since before you spoke any single words of English.
Yep.
But that was quite a funny one. But yeah, next on this list, coming to GeForce Now, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled,
Hey,
which
Okay,
is the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
remaster of Crash Team Racing. We've got a game called Moss, a game called Space Punks, which
Oh, okay.
kind of
Did you say? Did you say Moss?
Moss.
Moss. Yeah. That's the little mouse.
Elaborate,
That's all-
please.
that-
we're
Context,
all
Ryder.
confused.
Moss is basically you play as a little mouse, and basically I think it's a VR game.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a virtual reality game, and you play as a mouse in a big, like Grounded. You know, when you look at the miniature characters.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, it's
Okay.
blend of first person and third person perspectives with a primary focus on solving puzzles. So it's basically a virtual reality
okay.
puzzle solving game.
Okay. Cool.
That's why I
Cool.
said mouse or mouse.
Next up, we got Hitman Pro.
Ah,
What is that?
Hitman Pro.
Hitman
Hitman
Pro.
Pro's a mobile
Hitman
game.
Probe.
Okay, so there's a mobile game coming to.
That's a
to
mobile
NVIDIA
game.
GeForce.
Oh, maybe not then.
The next one's quite funny actually because you know how there's been rumors of there being a Modern Warfare 2 remaster.
Yes.
Well, this one says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 remastered.
I hate free. That's fine. Bend that. Bend that. Go on. Move on.
Been it? Yeah, that's exactly what TG told me earlier. But we're actually on to the last item on our list, and do you know what? We saved the best game for last, as always.
Don't
Always
troll me here.
save the best game for last. This game trumps everything else in this list so far. Are you boys ready for the final item?
It's fucking Barbie Dreamhouse. I'm gonna cry.
Goat Simulator 2.
Oh.
I mean, it is the goat. I'll see.
I mean,
Goat
I wonder-
Simulator.
I don't know about trumping every game in that list, but yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
It trumps Hitman Pro.
Hey,
Mm,
it
yeah,
doesn't trump Titanfall 3, so shut up.
There is a little bit of a follow-up paragraph to this thing as well that as part of the leaks, not just about like games. There's actually quite a lot of technical updates that have happened as well. So tools like nVidia's DLSS will be getting deployed out for games like Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. So
that's cool.
if you're interested in all like the really in detail like techie stuff, definitely go and have a look at like the full leak details on the internet, because I personally am going to go and have a read up on DLSS updates, what games are going to become DLSS compatible. The idea of playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at a crisp 1080 60 FPS, because it's a little wonky at the moment, but with DLSS, love it. But yeah, that is the end of our list, and yeah. Who's excited? What are your highlights? Let's say a quick fire. Everyone pick a game. Pick a game. What's your highlight? Actually, I want to try and guess the games. I'm going to try and guess the games. Right. So, I'm going to start with Panda. Obviously, Final Fantasy 9 Remake.
So obvious, yeah.
So obvious. I think Ryder was most excited by the Uncharted bundle coming to PC. Oh,
Nope. Although that is cool. But God of War.
God of War.
God of War.
God
God
of
of
War
War.
is
very
what
nice.
I'm most
Exciting.
excited about, because I was actually looking at it in my game the other day. So it's like 15 quid for PS4, and I was like, I have seen this like leaked to be on PC. I'm like, I'm gonna wait, and then I just popped it back.
And King, Titanfall. It's got to
Fuck
be
yeah.
Titanfall. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And I don't think I need to say what my favorite game is. I think everyone can
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Goat Simulator 2.
Probably figure out
It's
what my
Goat Simulator
favorite
2.
It's going to be.
Yo, is that
Yeah,
Kirito?
okay, go on.
Is that Kirito from Sword Art Online?
Is that Naruto from Titanfall?
What? Wow.
I've probably just triggered a lot of viewers who's watching this video right now.
And on that bombshell, do a fucking Top Gear outro. Right.
Sorry. That's fine.
Yeah, no. So that's that's all for this video. There'll be links to everyone's channels in the description. Thank you, Ryder, for joining us for this one. And
You're welcome.
yeah,
Pleasure.
King, hopefully at some point King's going to have an animated profile picture thingy. We didn't actually get round to setting
It
that
is
up.
animated. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is animated. Look, it
Yeah, it
moves.
is. It is animated.
Yeah, look. See, it's
Hello.
Oh my god!
It's a moving head.
But,
What the fuck?
but no, thank you guys for
brilliant.
joining me going through this list. Been fun to shoot the shit with yous. Yeah, as I said, links to this article will be in the description. Links to these guys' channels will be in the description. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, like, favorite. Tell all your friends about us. We're nice people, please. We have families that need feeding.
Yes, yeah, I need money.
Ooh woo.
I actually thought you froze then. Jesus Christ.
Peace.